Today we will solving some problem on a milling machine with a milling cutter. Here you can see this figure. This is the cutter, this is a workpiece. When the cutter and workpiece is moving in opposite direction to remove the metal in the form of a chips, this process is called the upmilling process. So some things are here. So D is the diameter of the cutter, small d the depth of cut, Z the cutter is containing the number of teeth, O is the center of the cutter, W is the width of these chips, the N is the number of revolution of the cutter. So some parameters are giving here, some values giving here. So with this help of this parameters, then we will calculate the different type of the things. Number is power consumption. How much power is required to consume to remove the metal with a 3 mm thickness of this material to be cut with the help of a multi-point cutting tool as a cutter. So you can see this, you can use this formula 2 pi n into average moment divided by 60. So second number is 2 is constant, pi is constant, and n is given, number of revolution 100, put the value of here, 60 is given. The average moment. So how to calculate the average moment? So for the calculation the average moment, so you can use this formula half maximum moment phi 2 pi divided n. So maximum moment is also calculate this formula, the maximum cutting force into D divided by 2 into feed velocity. Feed velocity. So D is the diameter of the cutter is given value here, 2, feed velocity is given here F. So how? So cutting force, maximum cutting force is required to put the value of here to calculate the maximum moment. So maximum cutting force are calculated with this formula are used to W T maximum thickness of these chips, tau cos lambda minus alpha divided by the sin phi cos phi plus lambda minus alpha. So this here, so W is given width of the chips, T maximum is calculate this formula. So T is equal to F sin phi divided by n into Z. So sin phi here calculate this 2 into small d divided by capital D under root, then you will calculate the direct value is sin phi and also calculate the phi with this formula. So put the value of here W, thickness value is here, thickness 20 is here, T maximum here, T maximum the value is obtained from this formula, then put the value of here tau. The tau the value is here, the 400 Newton per mm square, the value is here, cos lambda, the lambda means shearing stress, lambda is equal to tan inverse mu. Mu is the coefficient of friction, the value of is here. So coefficient of friction, what is the coefficient of friction? The coefficient of friction between the workpiece and the cutter. This is the value of mu. So put the value of mu here, then you calculate the lambda. The lambda value is put here, alpha is given 10 degree, sin phi value is here, so cos phi is also calculate this formula plus lambda and minus alpha. So all the values are giving here, then you calculate the power consumption with the help of this different type of the formulas are used. Second number is so the thickness of the, how much time is required, to remove the metal with a 3 mm depth. The formula are used, T is equal to L into N divided by F. L means this is the length of the workpiece, N means the number of pass when the workpiece is removed in a 1.5 mm in a 1 pass, second is completed 3 mm, it means that 2 pass. So value of N is equal to 2 here divided by F value is here, then you can calculate the total time to require to remove the 3 mm thickness depth of cut. This is the length of this cut. So how much the length of the chips? So you can also calculate the length of chips. This is a length of chips. A, B and C. This is a AC is a length of chips. The length of chips you can calculate this formula. The capital D phi divided by 2 plus F plus D small d capital D minus small d under root divided by pi d. So here is plus or here is minus. The formula is same. The plus is used for the up milling and the minus is used for the down milling. This formula are used to calculate the length of the chips. The length of the chips. This some other values are some other things are also calculate the how much cutting force, how much what will be the cutting speed of this cutter. The cutting speed you can calculate the cutting speed by this formula used pi d n divided by 1000. Pi is constant 3 upon 3.14. D is the diameter of the cutter 80. N is the number of revolution 100 divided by 1000. So easily you can calculate the millimeter per minute. That this is the cutting speed. This you can get cutting speed. So different type of the formulas are used to calculate the different type of the just like a power consumptions, chip thickness, and also the cutting speed. The I hope that you will like my lecture. Thank you very much.